Hey everybody, my name is Jesse and welcome to my wrestling show, the place where we talk about all things wrestling. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe down below. I want this channel to grow and be an avenue for wrestling fans to get free wrestling content. And so it would really go a long way to subscribe, support the channel so I can give free wrestling content to the wrestling community. So today, guys, I want to talk about, we got some really big wrestling recruiting news that I think is going to be really impactful for the future seasons. Joe Seeley, he committed to Penn State today. And so the reason why this is so big is he is the #1 overall recruit in the class of 2024. And he is excellent. He just won a world championship in dominant fashion. He's a high level wrestler. I mean, he is ranked #1 overall in the wrestling rankings for the class of 2024, and he is going to be very, very good. He's a future star in the Penn State wrestling room. He's probably going to win multiple national titles, and this is why it's so important and such big news for the wrestling landscape in the future. Let's take a look. I want to take a look at Penn State's recruiting classes / the guys that they've recruited in their rankings and what that means for the future. So here's a list of all the past, just the guys back to 2013. So in 2013, Zane Rutherford was the #7 overall recruit, and he didn't do anything but win 3 national titles and 2 Hodges, right? And so you're going to see a similar story here for all these guys that Penn State gets to come into their wrestling room. Jason Nolf, Bo Nickel, 3-time national champ guys. Nick Neville's never won a national champ, but multiple-time All-American. Even Shakur Rashid, who was ranked number 56, he ended up winning. He never got a national title, but he ended up on the podium. Anthony Cassar wasn't even ranked, and he won a national title at Penn State. And so you see here, when they recruit guys, when they get guys in the top 10, these high-level high school recruits, they make them deliver. They end up winning national titles. Vincenzo Joseph, 2-time national champ. Mark Hall, 1-time national champ, 3-time finalist. Their first miss, 2016, Mason Manville, the #5 overall recruit. He never really developed, never ended up making the starting lineup. Brady Berge, he never ended up on the podium. He struggled with a lot of injuries, so we really never saw his potential. Nick Lee, multiple-time national champ. Aaron Brooks, 2-time national champ. Roman Bravo Young, 2-time national champ. Even Michael Beard, who ended up transferring out of Penn State, but he was an All-American at Penn State. Greg Kurtlevitt, multiple-time All-American. Carter Starachi, 2-time national champ. And then these 2020 guys, we still don't know what we're going to get from them. Bo Bartlett, he wasn't in the right weight class. He was wrestling up at 149. So we'll see what he does down at 141 this year. You have Levi Faines, who's going to be a true freshman this year, was ranked #7 coming out of high school. What does he look like? And then the future guys, Josh Barr is committed, #5. Tyler Kazak, #15. And then you have Joe Seeley, Zach Ryder at #1 and #6. So if history is any indication of the future, which 99% of the time it is, between Levi Haynes, Josh Barr, Joe Seeley, and Zach Ryder, 2 of them are going to be multiple-time national champs. Probably 3, right? And then you might get a guy who's not ranked in the top 20, maybe like a Braden Davis, who I've listed here, who's ranked #28, who will overperform and end up getting a national title like Anthony Cassar did. And so this is big news. Penn State is not going anywhere. They're going to be at the top for a long time. If you're going to beat Penn State, you're not going to find a year where they're down, right? No longer are the days, I think in 2015 when Ohio State won the national title, Penn State intentionally punted that year. They redshirted a ton of guys. We're not going to see a year like that again. They are not going to punt. They're going to try to win it every year. The only other time Penn State has lost the national championship was 2021 to Iowa. And think about that Iowa team. They were stacked from top to bottom. That year, Iowa only had one national champion, Spencer Lee, but they had so many other guys that scored points. To beat Penn State in the future, you're going to have a team like Iowa. 5 All-Americans isn't going to get it done, right? Because that year that Iowa beat Penn State in 2021, Penn State still had 4 national champs. And so Penn State's not going to have a down year. A team that's going to beat Penn State is going to have to come up and beat them with a full lineup from 125 all the way to 285. So all the way up to heavyweight. So I think this is really big recruiting news for the future. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Remember to like, subscribe, and let's build a community around the sport that we love. And remember, if you don't subscribe, your kid might end up being a basketball player. We'll see you next time.